Coming into Moto 3, it's Gage Brown 1-2, Knox Lewin 3-1, Sawyer Geek 2-3, 125 Junior. Final moto on the line, 3,100 points up for grabs.
So many people, Casa Plantar, Epoxy at Central Florida, Levi's Barbershop, Tri-County Landscaping, DeSantis AC, they gave me a motorhome to come here this week, saved me a huge chunk of money, and I'm just grateful, man. This means a lot to me. You know, I've done a lot of things in the sport and at the highest level, and this one's up there.
That's so awesome to hear. Zacho, before we let you go, we got some more stuff for you. Our man Chris McKee gonna be up here with Flow Racing to give you $1,000. Zach, I'm sure you got plenty of stuff you can spend that one on. What are you going to be putting this 1,000 towards?
I don't know, probably fuel money to get to Unadilla, it looks like. Also, a big shout out to my guy, Zach Vaughn, right here. He's been a dog this week. He's taking care of my kids when my wife wasn't here earlier this week. He's going to get fuel for my motorhome. He's been my right-hand man, so big shout out to him.
One more thing before I let you go, Zach. We've got Willie Browning coming up to give you the #1 national championship plate here in the Junior 25 Plus. And there it is. A handshake from Willie. And Zach Osborne is your champion here in Junior 25 Plus. Let's hear it one more time for Zacho. All right, guys, that'll do it for us up on the podium. I know you're off and racing in a heated battle. Take it away.
Wait, are we at the halfway mark? Hey, no, we are not. It is just getting started. Zacho had a lot of people to thank. I was wondering why it looked so good. He thanked the barbershop as well. Sawyer Geek is going to be credited with the whole shot here in our 125 Junior 12 to 17, and he is still in position and tied for the lead right now with 6 points.
Yeah, he's got to keep the number 19 behind him. That's Gage Brown. So Gage knows exactly what he's got to do. You see him on screen here, and they have had no love lost there between some of those kids here.
Oh, you know,
25 Junior 12-17 BC class.
And that might be the lesson that riders need to learn. Sometimes you need to work with riders to get the job done. It'd be interesting to see if some of the fiasco that has gone on with some of the passes, will it play out for a championship? Because currently he is tied for the championship, and he has Moynihan right there in front of him. So will it come to blows again?
Well, we'll see. If you just stay away from them like Geek's doing, you won't even have to put that into play. Moynihan, Brown, Lewin, Vagel. That's your top 5. You can see them on screen here. Vagel is their third and final moto.
Vagel made the pass there on the 67 of Lewin, knocking him back to 5th. Actually, yeah, that's right.
Brown needs to make one pass.
And it's his good buddy, Chase Moynihan. These guys have been battling it out on track, off track, on social media. It's been an interesting week all week long. What do you got, Cato?
Well, yeah, we just mentioned that. Like, if it goes to that level where you start battling off track and on social media, if I was Gage Brown, I would not want to have an enemy like that in Moynihan right there in front of me, because that's going to be the difference in this title right now. They're tied. He's got to make the move on them, and this is going to get exciting as it has been all week. Sometimes, this is not a team sport, but you need some team help and players out there on the track, and Brown and Moynihan are not going to be those two players.
Yeah, you better believe it. If there's one person Chase Moynihan does not want to let in front of him, it is downtown Gage Brown. So let's see how this works out as they head down 20 miles of that road here for lap number 2.
Your leader's coming right down Broad Street. Now things tightening up for a second with Brown and Moynihan. There is the shot from behind. The all-white gear is Gage Brown. He makes this pass. He
to the inside.
Drops a point, and he goes to 5 points if he can do it.
Side by side.
Oh, my goodness.
That was close. Threading the needle. Moynihan holds strong and holds the inside through the Bermuda Triangle. Brown trying to go wide.
Changes the line. Going to go to the left now of Moynihan. Moynihan on the 4, Brown on the 19. Make this pass. If you're Gage Brown, you are the champ. You stay put in second. Or do you just go get Sawyer Geek?
You got Lewin there too on the 67. He's got a 3.15. So if he starts moving his way to the front, he could be a player as well. So man, so much going on. Look at that, 54s across the board on our Flow Racing lap time chart there. 4 of the riders in the 54s. That's going to make for a good Moto 3.
And Brown just digging right now, taking some roots to the face here.
Down the long short chute they go, both cut back to the inside. And to your point, you don't want to see Moynihan in front of you if you're Gage Brown, but you also, if you're Moynihan, don't want to have to worry about Brown running it up the inside. Little contact in their motos earlier this week.
That'll do it.
Doesn't need it this time, makes the pass happen. Gage Brown to second.
And that drops the point for the 19. He goes 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1. There you go, 5 points now. So he jumps into the #1 spot, Gage Brown. Definitely not over, though.
So it's the 19 now leading the 18 in the overall picture, but it's flip-flopped on the track. And like you talked about earlier, Kate, if this is a tough spot for Sawyer Geek, he's doing all he can. He can't gain any more spots. He's just got to hope that somebody like a Moynihan, a Bagel, a Lewin going to be able to work up and work past Gage Brown.
Take some points away from him.
Well, right now the 72's getting into the mix as he's now to the heels.
Yeah, he's got the right guys up there for sure to help him out.
Here we go. We see Knox Lewin launching that double, getting ready to get up into this fight as well as they come by us here in the tower.
Far right-hand side of the racetrack looking for that smooth dirt, K-Dub.
Look at the 72 around the outside potentially. I cannot wait to see the lap times posted. Last lap around all four of those riders in the 154 range.
And this is not over. You're right, man. He could jump right back up in there and make this pass back on Gage Brown and take that championship. He can swing the pendulum of this championship.
Heat 55, Brown 54, Moynihan 55, Vagel 54, Lewin 54. The battle continues and rages on.
These are all the top riders we've been talking about. Take their other motos, put them in the back window. Look at this now. Moynihan tries to drive back up alongside. Meanwhile, Brown trying to bring the fight to Sawyer Geek.
Take everything out of play and just win this thing outright and get away from those guys behind him. They can only spoil his chances of winning this championship. And Geek now under the attack of the 19 of Gage Brown.
Once again, you see Brown using just a little bit wider lines in some of these corners. Now cuts back across to the right-hand side of the track, way inside, right in behind Sawyer Geek. And Moynihan still right there, a front row ticket to the show.
Careful, watch the brake checks here.
I have seen Brown pull about 4 tear-offs as he is eating a face full of roost off the KTM of Sawyer Geek.
13 more minutes to go here. He's trying some different lines now to get around Geek.
A little mess up from Moynihan back in Storyland there.
Goes
Not
for the
terrible.
triple.
Ooh, and Brown tries to run up the inside, not quite close enough to make something stick. Back to the 20 miles of bad road. Sawyer Geek with Gage Brown all over the back of him. Now going to swing out wide.
Got a head of steam, switches up his line inside.
Yeah, cut back down there. That was a good move from Brown.
He's going to be inside again. He did this last lap.
Little hop into the corner. Doesn't quite get the exit he was hoping for. Otherwise, he might have made that pass happen.
I like the idea.
He goes from inside out. Whoa! Little front end push by Gage Brown. Their lines come together.
Sawyer Geek making it clear, if you want this lead, you're going to have to take it from me into the inside of the Bermuda Triangle. Geek and Brown, another great lap and still less than a bike length between them.
And Kev, he's using all of this racetrack.
He's going everywhere. Is Gage Brown, left, right, anywhere he has to not follow. They head by the billboards. They're going to be side by side again.
Brown looking like he's going to try to make it happen this time. Just overshoots the corner and Geek hangs on. But for how long? Brown once again up the inside.
Careful if you're Gage Brown, though. You can throw this whole thing away. You are in the #1 spot for this championship. You don't have to make this pass.
Here it is.
Yeah. Try telling him.
Guess what, Kim Kelly? I'm still going.
Don't listen to what I say. That's why you're a champ, and I am not.
His entry speed has been phenomenal on Gage Brown. So Sawyer Geek going to continue this fight. He knows exactly where he's at in the championship as well. He did not want to see the 19 go by, so if he's going to have a chance, he's going to have to remount a charge here.
Yeah, what was a 5-rider duo has now turned into a 2-way breakaway. Meanwhile, the other 3 going battle over that final podium spot. Moynihan still hanging on to it for now. So let's see if Geek's able to regroup and respond to a dominant Gage Brown here in this one, the number 19. As now is that Bagel that has made a pass.
Yep, he got around Moynihan on the 8 Yamaha, and the 67 of Lewin hanging tough in 5th.
They can't count Lewin out either. I feel like he's another one late in this race. You'll start to see the KTM creep back into the frame. The question is, will it be too late as these riders continuing to lose touch with that top duo? Vagel, seems like a lot of the field has picked up on that far inside line Brown was using through that corner.
They sure have. As we watch the man in control of his own destiny now, Gage Brown made the key passes he needed to make to find himself in that #1 spot. Makes that right-hander head towards the billboards. We follow along with your leader, Gage Brown. 5 laps in, 10 minutes to go. Gage Brown's going to have a good message on that pit board this time around, Kevin.
He is, not only from this moto, but the week. Gage has looked really strong this week.
He is fit, and he is up for the fight.
Yeah, as we talked about. He was up for the fight. Now he's just going to kind of try to ride away with it. I don't want to fight.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'll see you on the podium. Heading into the 10 Commandments, we go with the Monster Energy Live drone. Scan to download the Prospect app, and we give you all the intel on these riders. You can do the same thing for the Verb Dirty 100, the Moto Playground Dirty 100. So all kinds of information available to you. If you want to learn all about these riders, you'll be the most educated top 100 announcer in no time.
Watching the 67 of Knox Lewin sitting in that number 4 spot as he has also gotten around Chase Moynihan, who dropped to the backside of the top 5. So Lewin and Bagel starting to creep forward. Moynihan going to need to regroup here with about 9.5 minutes left.
Yeah, Moynihan has lost toe there of the guys in front of him. So like you said, we'll see if he can remount the charge here.
Rough is part of the racetrack. Is that the most taxing on the body, Kevin? That part of the racetrack where they're in here, the beach?
Yeah, I would say, well, I don't know if there's an inch of track that is not taxing on the body. I would believe, for me, I'm not a big sand rider, so, I would say all the sand sections would be the worst for me. But, I mean, as far as the load on the body, you're going to find that on every inch of this race course.
So they get to relax when they're in the air, right? They can take.
That's the one spot.
That's the one spot. Okay.
Release the grip, try to catch you a full lung of air, and take a deep breath. Remember, your mechanic's probably going to tell you the breath out there, so you gotta make sure your breath. Remember the breath.
You mechanics, add the E, man. Add the E. Don't get caught up in the moment. Don't add the E. As we watch our leaders, there is Geek on the number 18 KTM. He's got Bagel now starting to creep up. There's the 19-year leader currently of Gage Brown. There's that battle for the number 2 spot. The 18 of Geek and Bagel. That's second and third.
Yeah, Bagel has evaporated that gap between himself and Sawyer Geek, down running a 154, almost flat on the last lap. And now right to the rear wheel of the KTM. They both funnel way over to that left-hand side through the Commandments.
And we continue to key in on Bagel and Geek. Battle for the number 2 spot. Does that change anything for the 67? He's going to sit in third. No. Even if the 72 made the pass, it only changes his point total by 1, bringing him to 11. Not good enough to best or third place overall, the 67 of Lewin.
Looks like Sawyer Geek, when he was in that position of the lead, he felt the urgency of that and just tried to put down some heaters, and that might be jumping on his back a little bit right now.
Yeah, I kind of think maybe the same thing for the 8 of Moynihan as well. Was up front, knew if I was going to go or stay with him, I've got to go right now. Now you got to wonder what's left in the gas tank. Look at this. Bagel was trying to power slide up the inside. Back end broke loose, but still right all over Sawyer Geek. And he's followed into the same line a couple of times as well.
Yeah, just getting fastballs to the face. I'll tell you what, man, this is an exclamation point for your leader, Gage Brown. He talked the talk, and now he's walking the walk.
Hey, I got to correct myself, too. I said Sawyer Geek might be slowing down. Last lap, he ran a 55. The best of the race was 54.7. So this is not less about Sawyer Geek right now and really just about Bagel. Is right. He's finding the new gear.
Yeah, look at his 154 that he ran. He ran that 55 right behind Geek, too. So the battle is heating up for the number 2 spot. They're going to come into the same piece of real estate right here, pop up at the mechanics area. And we got a good one cooking here. Won't change anything with the championship, but it's a lot of fun to watch.
Flow Racing lap times here, the last lap. Geek with a 56.2. I'm sorry, Geek with a 55.9. Brown with a 56.2. Bagel 55.0. Lewin, Moynihan, Baker, and Johnson. You see their lap times posted.
Man, he has got to be almost out of Terros, man. The 72 has just been taking rockets to the face.
Hang on to it. What a save. Well, that was a little cattywampus, boys.
It was. Way to keep the dream alive. Cattywampus is going to stay here for a day or two anyway. Before we head back to Huckabuck, I'm sure.
Just another day. That's all.
We're in Tennessee. That's what they say. I got a little cattywampus coming up here to the ranch. A lot of fun watching these kids. Usually my favorite classes are these 125 schoolboys, 12 to 17. They are full of young men that are fresh off the super minis, want to show everybody, show the world how fast they are on the new big bike they're on because they just got on it. Here comes the 72 around him.
And they don't really have the power to do all the jumps all the way. Nice little case for both those riders out of Storyland. That's a long huck on the 125.
K-Dub Bagel said 2.5 is all I need to get over as he makes the pass stick this time. I think he might have upshifted going around that corner.
I don't know that I've seen anybody pass like that in that turn on the outside. Just he was committed when he landed. He knew he was going to make that pass.
Wide open and a little look back now from Bagel as well as he stamps it and moves into the number 2 spot.
So the Bagel has 4, 5, 3 moto scores. And it's now going to say 4, 5, and 2. That'll be 11 points. Won't change his championship implications. Still going to sit 4th. Up and over there. Oh, look out. Geek says, we're not done with this yet, my friend.
It ain't over yet.
Lap riders coming into play as well. Let's have a race for second place. Unbelievable. All right.
Well, at this point, now we're going to find out what Geek's got as far as tear-offs is. He's also right behind, eating Ruth. And to your point, Kevin, just like you said, a lot of lap traffic up ahead.
Yeah, look at this guy at 30. He's got the goggles off. He goes, I'm out. Goggles around the hand there. I'm done.
Need some airflow under this helmet.
Woo. Great battles, man. These kids are fit. They are racing deep into the moto. We have 4 minutes to go as we continue to watch Bagel and Geek. What you got, Kev?
Two-lap card is out. Just saw that out the window. So, and a little eye in the sky.
Hey, these kids, like if you're a guy like Bagel, you want to leave the ranch with a great ride where people are watching this. I mean, we got Mike Shakoff from Monster here. He goes, I might give that kid a helmet. You never know what is going to catch the eye of a sponsor.
You never know who's watching.
Shakoff just waits at the gate on your way out. He just slings Monster helmets into these RVs when these kids, when you get that ride. Here you go, kid. You earned it. Love what Monster does, man. They got the cool down area for the riders before they get on the track. They got all kind of viewing locations for all the fans. Really upgraded your Loretta's experience. As I look over there, there's a place to watch.
You know what's crazy is I as an announcer, I start to realize how selfish I truly am. I actually, for a second, I was wondering if Mike might throw some helmets out to the announcers as we drive out. That's just where my head goes every time.
Right.
Please?
Always about you, man.
Well, it's about the Monster helmet, to be honest with you.
Look at this. Geek got him back.
Monster Mike says, pay attention.
Pay attention, boys. His guy saw your Geek.
You ain't getting no helmet. Pay attention to the race.
Yeah, my guy with the helmet just got around the 72. So Sawyer Geek making Mike Shakoff proud.
White flag is out.
There we go. White flag waving. And yeah, Geek's still relatively fresh to his 125 ranks.
AMA 13. This is like a 10th grader playing varsity. So he's got some upside. We like that.
This is like a 9th grader playing varsity.
Pretty much. I mean, he's got a couple more years in this class. I mean, he's 14, so he's got 3 more years in this class. He'll be in this year. He'll be in this class next year. He is a problem right now, so he's only going to get bigger, faster, stronger.
Well, the problem of the moment is the number 19, Gage Brown, only about a 2.8 second margin right now.
Yeah,
so
and that could change really quick with all these lap riders.
It could. We got 1 lap to hang on to it for Gage Brown. In control of the moto and the championship right now, but lap traffic and a couple of hard chargers behind them. We'll see how it works out in about 3/4 of a lap.
Man, Phil Nicoletti said some cool stuff on the podium and that I hope resonated with some of the families. I hope you are taking a moment to enjoy your time here at Loretta Lynn's and moms and dads, all your hard work and sacrifice to get your kids here. It is definitely appreciated. I hope the kids tell you that. What you got, Kev?
Just a rider down in the 10 Commandments, and it's going to be Moynihan. He is up and remounting that EBR Yamaha, but he will get shuffled back a little more. He was sitting 5th in the championship, but he will get shuffled back just a touch more as we go back to the leaders in the 20 miles of bad road.
The champ is almost here, guys. There's the number 12 of Bagel, still fighting with Geek.
Not letting it go.
Unbelievable battle here. You never see that. You don't see a battle go back and forth this late into a race. He's got a shot, man.
Gage Brown has passed the tower and working his way through the Thor Sand Sweeper, and we have a last lap battle for the 2nd, 3rd position. There we are. Gage Brown working his way through.
One more turn for the number 19. He'll be your AMA national champion. Gage Brown, you have done it. You did exactly what you needed to do.
Look.
Wow, Geek finished that close. What happened? Wow.
What a battle last lap there. Again, it'll be Gage Brown, Sawyer Geek, and Bagel rounding out the top 3 of 125 Junior 12 to 17 BC. Heading down to the Monster cool down, as well as Mike. I think he's going down to the cool down as well. Oh, we're going to burn out a little bit.
Dude, Gage Brown is 14 as well. So your first and second place riders are both eligible to come back in this class. That's incredible. They're both 14 years old.
Well, not only do they have the opportunity to come back in this class next year, but maybe for a few years after that as well.
Yeah, honestly. So, it's a lot of upside. If you're looking at a kid right now, if he's this fast at age 14, what can we see in 2 years from Gage Brown from Sawyer Geek? Unbelievable. The 72, great ride for Vagel. He is 16 years old, Hudson Vagel, out of New York. Had to cross the Hudson to get down here out of New York. Get these kids cooled down. There's Gage Brown, great ride, the number 19.
There it is, the national champion.
Is that Mike Jackoff already down there?
I'm telling you, man, he turned a good lap time. His lap time was better than Jason Wygant's a couple of days ago.
He's like Mr. Deeds. He was literally, I just was talking to him. All right, there it is, a Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Top 10, that's how they finished. The 1-2-1, good enough for the championship. 2-3-2s for Geek. Lynn with 3-1-4 scores. That is your top three. That's your podium. And we're going to hear from all of these happy young men here in just a moment as they get cooled off and we bring them up to the top step of the podium and have a word with Jackie Legs.
There is the Moto top 10. We saw the overalls. That was the Moto. As we go to a
bring it to him.
Amsoil rapid replay. Got a little 6-7 going on the line.
And anxiously awaiting. It's a sweet sound when these 125s come roaring off of the starting gate. And look at that wheelie by the 29 there. Got some motor under the hood there. All right, everybody stays on two wheels. We work our way around the big sweeper. And
there's a battle we thought we were going to see between the 19 of Brown and Moynihan. They have been going at it all week, but it did not, the gloves did not come off in this moto.
He was fighting all around this racetrack, making these passes. He made championship passes here because at that moment he was not in championship contention. Geek was doing exactly what he needed to do. He was fighting off Vagel there on the 72. There's Lewin on the 67. I hope they show the pass of Gage Brown into the lead. There is the 8 of Moynihan. There's Geek. They had to track him down. There it is. Here comes the 72 of Vagel.
This battle went back and forth between Vagel and Geek. And oddly enough, they got to the heels of Gage Brown, but it was too little too late. The champion, the Moto winner, Gage Brown, there he is. He's getting a Monster Energy Tour water bath.
Whatever it takes.
And now we send it down to the podium with Jackie Legs.
All right, thank you very much, K-Dub. And we are ready to hand out a bronze medal here for Moto number 3. We are going to get Hudson Vagel on up to the podium. All right, Hudson, there you go. A bronze medal headed your way. A hard-earned bronze medal. Throw that around your neck, buddy, and take us through it.
I just got a mid-pack start and worked my way up again, but just didn't have the speed that time to get up front that fast.
Hey, leaving the ranch, how does it feel to have that bronze medal around your neck?
Feels good, but I'm not done yet. I still got it tomorrow to win the chip.
There we go. Looking forward to tomorrow. That's what we like to hear. Well, who you want to thank for helping you get the job done here in this one with a 3rd place?
Mom, Dad, Fox, Oakley, Danny from Bell, Parker X Factory Connection, and everyone else back home watching.
All right, everybody, let's hear it for your bronze medalist, Hudson Vagel. And now we have $250 to hand out here. It is going to be headed to Knox Lewin. Come on up. All right, Knox, we'll get you front and center for some photos. Once again, $250 headed your way from Flow Racing. Let's hear it for Knox Lewin. And now we are going to get our 2nd place, our silver medalist, up to the stage. Come on up, Sawyer Geek. All right, there you go. A silver medal headed once again to Sawyer Geek. And not only that, he is going to be second place in the championship as well. So that means $500 is headed your way, my friend, from Flow Racing. All right, Sawyer, congratulations. Take us through it.
Yeah, it was a really good moto for me. I yanked a whole shot, and I just tried to put some good laps down at the beginning of the moto. Gage passed me, he was shredding, so I think I really had much on him at that point in the moto, and then Vego actually passed me, but I ended up getting back around him, and we started pulling in on Gage, so I'm pretty stoked with that moto.
No doubt, you should be. That was a hard-earned one. Going to be leaving here with some hardware, going to be leaving here with some cash. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels super sick. You know, how could I pass up some money? You know, probably gonna go blow it on some golf clubs, but I mean, it is what it is.
Go get the swing dialed in. I like to hear it. All right, well, congratulations once again. Who you want to thank for helping you get the job done here in 2026?
I'd like to thank the Lord Jesus Christ, keep me safe. It truly is Him who gets me up here. My mom, my dad, my whole family, grandparents, sisters, all they do for me. I'm so grateful for them. Everyone at KTM Orange Brigade, Jen and Darian, they do so much for me as well. Fly Racing, Hope, Alyssa, Monster Army, Mike and Nick, they also do so much for me. Alpine Stars, 100%, Moto Sandbox, Alpha Dynamics, my trainer Jake, my mechanic Grizz, he's been great for the time I've had him. Just everyone else who gets me up here. Thank you guys so much.
All right, one more time. Let's hear it for your silver medalist, Sawyer Geek. And now it is time to invite the man with the plan, your champion here in the 125 Junior 12 to 17 BC. Come on up, Gage Brown. All right, Gage, here is your gold medal to start out with. Throw that around your neck. Here is your Oakley certificate.
Thank you.
Gonna be headed home with some glasses for your favorite lady. Of course, some champagne to spray. And you got a few more things headed your way here in just a minute, but for now, take us through the moto, take us through how you pulled it off.
Oh yeah, that was probably my best start of the week. It was only around like 5th or 7th, but that was still the best one. I knew I could make it up to the front. I made it up to the front. I honestly didn't know what the points were, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the front and cruise. And I got to the front and cruise. I rode a solid race. I'm really happy with my performance, and I was just staying smooth out there.
Congratulations to you on not only the moto win, but the championship. I know you've been working hard for this one. How did it feel out there? I know I'm burning up here. Was the fitness coming into play there?
Oh yeah, it's definitely coming into play. It was super hot out there. Sorry. Yeah, it was definitely super hot out there. I was trying my hardest. It was a hard race.
No doubt about it, a hard-earned one, but you got the job done. Who you want to thank for helping you out here in 2026 and getting you to the top step of Loretta Lynn's?
First off, I want to thank my mom and dad for doing everything for me, getting me here. I'm really appreciative of them. And I want to thank Donnie, Ed, and Jordan from Altus, all the Altus crew. And I want to thank World Moto, Martine. We've been working so hard for this. I'm so glad we got it done. It's a big relief off my chest. Tommy Hahn, Bell, 100%, Alpine Star, Dunlop, FMF, Moffitt Groundworks, De Leon Groundworks, On Track School, Monster, Nick from Monster, Monster Mike, Alpine Stars, Cy from Alpine Stars, On Track School, and Christian from Alpine Stars, and everybody else that helps me out. Thank you so much.
1-2-1 moto scores for Gage Brown. That means Chris McKee with Flow Racing gonna have $1,000 headed your way. Gage, what are you going to be spending that $1,000 on?
I honestly don't know yet. I think I'm going to save it for now, and then once I get home, I'll probably go on a shopping spree and spend a lot of it.
There it is. Smart man, smart man. Well, Gage, we have one more thing to present you with, and it is going to be coming from Willie Browning with the AMA, a #1 national championship plate. One more time, everybody. Let's hear it for your champion, Gage Brown.
How about it, Jason? Well, I got a lot of upside for those two 14-year-old riders that finished first and second.
It could be your next